Barrackpore roti shop teen getaway driver granted bail. A teenage mother who was arrested after an alleged robbery at a roti shop in Barrackpore, where a man was shot and killed last Tuesday, faced the court charged with 3 offenses. Chelsea Rampersad, 19, of Tarouba, was charged with robbery with violence and driving without a driver's permit and certificate of insurance. Sergeant Prescott laid the charges. Rampersad, who celebrated her 19th birthday on Thursday while in police custody, appeared virtually before Princestown Magistrate Indira Misir Gosin on Friday. Defense attorney Candace Price told the court her client was the mother of a 2-year-old boy who was still nursing. He was in the care of relatives, Price informed. She also said the teen had been through an ordeal from the time of her arrest to present, as the father of her child had been killed on Tuesday. In continuing to petition for bail for Rampersad, Price said the teen was not a flight risk and resided with her mother. Police prosecutor Sergeant Gangu made no objection to bail. Rampersad was placed on $60,000 bail. She will next face the court on April 7th. It was on Tuesday that an alleged robbery occurred at Carmen's roti shop in Barrackpore. One man was shot, allegedly by an off-duty prison officer. The dead man was later identified as Dane Boudou of La Romaine. Delivery dad missing after late-night drive. A 61-year-old delivery driver cannot be found and his family is pleading for help. Gregory Cesar, a grandfather of Arouca, was last seen driving out of his garage on Friday night. Cesar never returned and his vehicle, a red Mitsubishi Lancer, cannot be found. His daughter Chanel Cesar made an emotional appeal for the public to assist in finding him. She told the Express, "My father came home from work at around 9:30 p.m. We were sitting in the backyard, but around 11:30 p.m. he left in his car. He left the gate open, and when he did that, it usually means he was coming back shortly." Cesar said her father did not return home and the family became worried on Saturday morning. "We contacted our relatives and his friends, but no one saw him. I don't know what happened, but he never left home like this before. We were very worried that something may have happened to him," she said. Cesar said her father's cell phone was on the kitchen counter. He would never leave home without his cell phone, so he had planned to come back soon, she said. The daughter is asking anyone with information on the whereabouts of her father or the vehicle to contact her at 326-9858. Burglary at Standard Furniture Store in Port of Spain. Port of Spain police are investigating an early morning break-in and theft at Standard Furniture Store, Henry Street, Port of Spain, on Sunday. Police said members of the Port of Spain task force were on patrol in Laventille at around 4:30 a.m. when they received a report of a break-in at the store and went to the scene. Police found a glass pane on the Henry Street side of the store broken with a black standing fan on the pavement. Investigators were told that a man was seen leaving the area and walking towards East Port of Spain with a large box. A car was also seen near the store during the burglary. Officers of the Port of Spain CID are continuing inquiries. Brea man claimed self-defense in a hot water attack. A 48-year-old man who threw hot water on a close male relative during an alleged drunken attack at a house in Brea says he acted in self-defense. The 44-year-old relative got burns to his face. He spent a few days in the hospital before being discharged. On Friday, Kent Miners, the man who threw the water, accused the injured man of assaulting him. Miners, who lives at Chin Fong Alley in Sobo Village, appeared traumatized when Newsday visited the family's home. Miners considered himself a victim of domestic violence for many years. He recalled taking a few drinks by a neighbor last Saturday and then went to bed. At around 2 a.m. on Sunday, he was awakened by a man choking him. Minor said, "He drunk and threatening me. He was choking as if he wanted to kill me. He slapped and beat me up." Minor said he remembered throwing a nearby cup of hot water at his attacker before running outside and calling the police. Someone took the injured man to the hospital. Police arrived and interviewed Minors. He too got medical care at the hospital. "I did not know it was so bad. I felt sorry for what happened. I apologized to him for it," Minors said. "Sometimes I cannot sleep, fearing for my life. He would plan us, kick and beat me up over the years. It is overbearing. Only when he drinks he behaves violently. But about twice while sober, he told the boys out the road that he will kill me. That same day I reported it to the police." Police had spoken to the man several times over the past few years. "I took him to court once for assaulting me. Every time I went to court, the case would call, but nothing was happening. I kept going and going to court, then get fed up and never returned. It seems no one can help me," Minor said. "I got fed up with the system. Sometimes I would go outside and just cry. I have to sleep in people's yard, under houses, and wherever I could so that he would not kill me." Minor said the pastor at the church in Point Fortin prayed for the problems to ease. The prayers did not help, he said. Minor said he also spoke to a church leader in the village about counseling for both himself and the alleged attacker. It never happened. At least 2 neighbors corroborated Minor's version. "I am a neighbor and I second what he is telling you. It is no joke thing he has been going through," a neighbor said. Another neighbor said, "He is very abusive to him. He does not normally defend himself. He always gets licks. This has been going on for years. The whole community knows about this." Police from the Southwestern Division confirmed that Minors had previously made reports against his attacker. On Friday, police were unable to confirm the status of the court cases. Enterprise man stabbed during domestic dispute dies. An Enterprise man who was stabbed during a domestic dispute on Friday succumbed to his injuries less than an hour later as he was being treated at the hospital. Around 1:45 p.m., Renford Lavia, 39, of Goodwill Road reportedly got into an argument with his common-law wife. She contacted a close male relative, a security guard, who came to their apartment and began arguing with Lavia. During the dispute, the wife's 29-year-old relative allegedly stabbed the laborer in his upper right chest. First responders at the scene found Lavia gasping for breath and took him to the Chuguanas Health Facility, where he died around 2 p.m. whilst undergoing treatment. A post-mortem is expected to be conducted on Monday at the Forensic Sciences Center. Carénage man on the run after stabbing. Police are searching for a Carénage man who slapped his 10-year-old relative and stabbed her father Friday night. Investigators said the suspect was at his Amosville, Point Comana home around 7:30 p.m. when he slapped the child. After the assault, the child complained to her father, who confronted the suspect. The 2 men got into a scuffle, and the suspect stabbed the 37-year-old St. James man in the head. The victim managed to drive himself to the St. James Medical Facility, where he was treated and discharged.